Cool, cool, cool. I need to bring up streamer bot. It's been a while since I opened this. I don't know what my audio sounds like or anything. Let me see. I think I am monitoring. Oh, the thing automatically monitors the YouTube chat now. That's pretty good. They're making updates. I'm so excited. Sounds decent. That's good. Let me make sure this works. Let me see if it sends in both chats. Testing. Okay, it does send in both chats. All right, yeah, it's been a minute since I've streamed. What's up? Good morning, everyone. Obviously it'll probably be turned into a video very quickly afterwards, but yeah, I'm really excited about this. I don't really know about this music. I'm gonna mute this. Let me see if I can find something kind of cool to play. You can see my little thumbnail I made for this really quick. We got the radar sent because Daredevil's coming, guys. That's for sure. No, I don't know. I literally have no idea what's coming. I'm good morning. Yes, good morning. It's afternoon right here for me now. Yeah, you know, I'm really excited to see the future of the game. I hope it's something more substantial than the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. trailer, but I guess we could take a look at that. Yeah, good morning, Zone. Good morning, Rain. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. teaser, Marvel Champions. Let me see if we could actually see it. Yeah, this was it? No, this is the one where they showed a lot more, right? Now, I want the one at the freaking in-flight report. FFG In-Flight Report. I don't think they've started yet. They have not. Oh look, I'm right here too. One from 2024. Right here. It was about 40 minutes the last time.
Couple tickets left.
They started with Arkham. They went to Star Wars deck building. Or Unlimited. A lot of Star Wars Unlimited. I mean, I assume this to be the case. Deck boxes.
That we brought to this product line. So
okay, Marvel Champions must have been before this. Oh, it was at the beginning. Oh, that means we might not have to wait very long. Oh, they started.
Wait, hold on. One more time. I want to get that for the camera. How's everyone doing today?
I will reopen it just to, if they don't start with it.
Thank you so much for joining us for our first in-flight report at PAX Unplugged.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this. I'm a bit sick, so please excuse the tissues and stuff like that.
Thank you.
Blowing my nose.
We are super excited to kind of bring a new format to the in-flight.
But I wanted to try and rest and relax, so I was up for today.
And so we are going to be taking you through a lot of really interesting new reveals. There's a ton of exciting stuff. I can't wait for all
Excited.
of you
Excited.
to be able to
Hope
hear
it's something
about it. We've
big.
been talking about this for so long internally.
I didn't actually end up
But
making a
I'm
bingo
actually
card,
not
but that's
going to be the
okay.
one who's going to be presenting all of this for you. In fact, we have a brand new studio brand ambassador, Wes Morey. Please welcome Wes Morey to the stage.
Oh, they got someone new doing it. Do I care about the chat?
Hello. Thank you, Jim. Thank you so
Wes.
much. You get to go rest now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 2025 In-Flight Report. As Jim mentioned, we have had major studio updates over the past year, and it is my honor to now be
Those are some cool
your
earrings.
go-to source for every exciting update and announcement from FFG. All right, so we have a lot
Quick
of you here.
bingo card with
I
just
already
one
see you're hyped
square.
by Jim, but I want you to feel excited to
I'll try making one on the
cheer,
side real quick.
scream, yell. There is going to be a lot of exciting
Bingo
information
card
that we are
generator.
revealing today. For those joining us at live stream at home, you are allowed to yell and scream and cheer in your living room. I will not judge you, only your pets will, all right? Are we ready to get started, folks? That's what I like. All right, so we will be discussing all of our major game lines throughout the
got it,
presentation
all right.
today, and there is no better place
Marvel
to begin
Champion.
than with the investigators of Arkham. And
Okay,
the
so we are starting with
unspeakable
Arkhams
horrors
right now.
Headed their way. Let's take a
So
look
I can
at a
actually
clip
make
about
one real
Arkham
quick.
Horror, the
I'm not gonna
card
lie to you guys. I know nothing about Arkham. I'm not gonna have a big reaction to this, and you know the video is just gonna be. Oh, this is cool animation though. But yes, I'm making the bingo card real quick, just one square. I'm not an Arkham player. For people who are, this is awesome. I'm sure. I've heard Arkham hasn't had the most content these past couple years, so this looks like a new expansion box that isn't just silhouettes. So that's pretty cool for them. Oh wait, is this talking about the core box? Rebirth. That's kind of what it sounds like to me. They might be teasing something that I have no info on. Oh no, it's the core box, right? Yeah. Okay.
Perfect.
The core box trailer.
A new
Cool.
Arkham Horror, the card game core set, arrives in
Never played any
spring
other
of
games,
2026,
including the
and that is
LCG.
kicking
Oh,
off
I didn't know
what
it
we
was
like
a
to
board
call
game
Chapter
before.
2. Now,
I
this
really
series
didn't know it was a board
continues
game before it was
as
an
the people of
LCG,
Arkham,
but that makes
Massachusetts slowly
sense.
work to put their lives back together in the aftermath of Cthulhu's rampage. But now, if you will excuse me for a moment, I need to now draw upon the arcane powers to deliver us a mystic who can peer through the mist and tell us what is next.
Okay, this does
I
randomize it. That's
summon
actually kind of
Duke
cool.
Harris to the stage. Thank you, Duke. Grab a seat. Thank you for entertaining me, folks, with my dramatics. We're so excited to have you here to chat about Arkham Horror and all that's on
This
the
is
way.
probably one of
But
their
before we
game
get started,
designers on the
can you tell
line.
us a
Pretty
little
cool.
bit about,
I'm not in any
your role at
rush.
FFG and maybe how you came to
All right, what do I think is happening? So let's do a
April
Midnight
2nd,
Suns,
back in 2019,
Defenders.
conspiracy.
So this is like waves, fantastic
2021
for.
full-time employee and lead designer for Arkham Horror, the card game
What do I
series.
think could
Yeah.
possibly
I have had the
um,
privilege of seeing Duke's personal
Random
Arkham Horror
Guardians
collection at home, and I do
hero.
feel like you might have been a fan for a bit
Random
longer than just
Web
from when you were an intern.
Warrior.
Just a little bit. I mean, I got the core set the week that it came out. I had no idea.
New core set.
and I was
Just
exploring.
a
We had co-op
teaser.
horror, kind of card game RPG hybrid. And I played it ever since.
Less than 10
I know that
minutes.
you and your team are
Longer
very
than
excited to
10
unveil
minutes.
this
I'm pretty sure
new
it's going to
core
be
set.
less than
Kick
10.
off chapter 2. For those who
Um,
maybe haven't heard about what that is, can you tell us a little bit about what is coming in this new core box?
Yeah, chapter 2 is us taking the card game,
Hmm.
world of the Arkham Files forward.
Specifically,
The core set is
Daredevil.
itself our new jumping off point
Specifically
forward.
Moon Knight.
We've brought back some old favorites from the chapter 1, of course. But
Hulk
we-
revisit. Oh yeah, let's throw it on. Hulk
core
revisit.
sets,
Let's do just revisit in
get new players
general.
familiar with the game. We've also included a lot of, I don't know, quality.
I don't know why I did the other one. Oh, the prayer
We've got
beads.
action
Yeah,
tokens,
probably just
definitely something that I've seen a bunch of
auto-corrected.
folks do.
What else could I
Card
see
files,
happening?
organize your collection better,
Uh,
a variety
gosh.
of other things.
Playable
Not only that,
villains.
but it's it's the beginning of a new chapter.
It's exciting. For those who have played the Drowned City expansion, Cthulhu came to town and has changed.
That's another thing. I don't think playable is gonna happen. I need more. I need about 11 more slots for the bingo card. What do I think could happen?
This chapter 2 moment.
Um.
We have already revealed some information about this new core set.
Oh yeah, distribution talks. Current environment.
Barns are 2 of the investigators that are being included in this new core set, but since we have you here on stage, I thought maybe we could give a little more
distribution talks, current environment. More PvP, expanding PvP beyond Sim. I wonder. I doubt. I don't think they have a long. I don't think they've had a big enough reception, in my opinion, on the PvP for them to think about it. Oh yeah, new rules reference. New RRG, which was it'll be like 1.7.
And who next?
Also Dexter Drake joining us. He was previously looking for the piece.
Timeline, right? Upcoming article date, rough product.
I will say
roadmap
on the live streams next year because I will be cosplaying as Dexter Drake. I usually rock a mustache. I decided maybe not today, but keep a lookout. I already have my top hat, yeah? And who is going to be our final investigator for the core box?
We have Trish Scarborough, the now former spy. She uncovered a conspiracy.
So there's 3 that they have in their core box. It's pretty cool.
What's really at the heart of it?
Amazing.
Oh wait, I think they were revealing other ones that were in the core box. I think they showed 3 in the original article. I didn't read it. Again, I can't parse it. I don't play Arkham, so... but it's really cool for them, for sure.
This is the lineup for our new core box.
Pretty cool. That Dexter Drake guy looks like kind of cartoonish villainy. He looks pretty cool.
Literally. You get it? Because it's a card.
Got it. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I paid Duke before this to at least give me some pity laughter. Okay, so our Arkham Horror Chapter 2 also marks the beginning of a brand new cadence of releases. So what
they're talking about release cadence.
4 Arkham products a year. Now, Duke and the rest of the design team have been working.
Is that good? I heard that Arkham had been slowing down releases.
Deck building resources,
so that's actually pretty cool for them, I think. Okay, I think I'm pretty hopeful that they're going to talk about release cadence. I think they're pretty hopeful that they're going to talk about.
Can you tell us maybe what the first release is that's coming after the core set?
Let's do release cadence.
Some evergreen investigator decks to get people into the game and to establish the
evergreen. They love this word.
This is a new concept. This is something new that we're introducing, correct? So these evergreen investigator decks are going to...
Are these like the Lord of the Rings decks to get you into the game?
So that both old fans and
like Riders of Rohan and stuff like that.
Add to their collection.
4 revisits.
Explore more ways to play. So, since we're here, I promised you a lot of announcements. I promised you a lot of news. We're not going to make them speculate. We're going to tell you exactly...
Oh, wait, Arkham's getting... Oh, they were showing off 4 products. Oh, this got me excited. This got me excited. More pool. Ooh, I'd love that. Yes. More pool cards.
We've got Carolyn Fern, who previously appeared, as many Arkham fans might know, Guardian. She's returned as a seeker as she tries to delve into the secrets of the unknown, the dreamland.
I'd love a Jeff Hero pack or like a Gwen pool revealed with more pool cards. I'm telling you, it'd be awesome. I really do like the pool aspect. I heard there was a lot of opportunities to make new, fun, and interesting cards for it. That I think it's probably held up by the IP and licensing, but I think there's just so much more they could do with it. I think it's like a good basis for an aspect, but right now it just kind of feels like you just take the negative of playing the Crisis of Infinite Deadpools to get a ton of extra resources, especially for heroes who are super healthy and able to recover a lot. How many spots? I have 3 spots left. I'll show that. I'll move it over real quick. This is where I'm at right now. Oh gosh, you can't really see it. There we go. This is what I'm at right now. New core. It's randomizing the orders. When I ask the last 3, it'll move around. Oh wait, there has to be a free stays. Okay, 2 more then. I got 2 more, and then I'll probably put it on the screen. when we go
be,
through it, because I think
the
it'll be
lineup
fun.
for our 5 Evergreen Investigator decks.
Um,
And they will release soon after the core set, also in the spring of 2026. Now, I do believe
Chapter
we
2 of
promised
Marvel
4
Champions.
product
Oh, like
releases
that
a year, and as
that
this is a new
wording.
format for the
Sure,
In-Flight,
let's
we
do
are
it.
trying to share more exciting news with you this year. So,
Chapter
directly after
2
the Evergreen
of
Investigator
Marvel.
packs releasing in summer of 2026, we have
Just one more.
Children of Blood. Just take this in, folks. Look at those nails.
How come like nobody is
This will be
cheering?
a
I mean, it's
3-scenario
like, okay, it
campaign.
is kind of like, it's not a convention that's all around FFG, but I feel like, you know, if there's Arkham players, it'd be like, yeah, yeah. I feel like everyone's there for SWU, sadly. Damn, they're showing so many products that are coming out. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. So excited.
Exciting for the
One last thing.
All right, so to recap, we have the new core
Cap and
set
Doctor
releasing
Strange.
in
Oh my gosh, it's actual time.
2026,
Oh, I'm so
with
excited.
5
Oh, I'm so
Evergreen
excited.
Investigator decks releasing shortly after
This is a
that.
lot of products for
Then
Arkham. This
for
looks
the second half
awesome.
of the year, we have the Children of Blood
Dude.
campaign
Oh my
expansion.
gosh, I'm so
Rounding out the
excited.
year
I'm
in
so
the fall,
excited.
We have the Traces to Nowhere scenario pack. So as you can see, there are many leads to follow, mysteries to unravel, and evils to face.
I'm so excited. Wow, that's got me. Whew. Okay. Yeah, let's do a.
Please help me thank Duke for joining us.
What
here
is
on
it?
stage.
Cap and
Thank you so
Strange
much. Looking
mention.
very dapper in your
Wait, maybe I want to
FFG
change one of these. I
polo.
want to do like out of
Now,
print
Duke will be
mention.
available for designer signings tomorrow from 12 to 2. In the Expo
It's not gonna be
So if
just
you
a
wanna
teaser
check
at this
out
point. Let's just do
Duke
out
about
of
these
print
exciting things, make sure
mentioned. There we go.
Now,
All right, this is what our
fans of
bingo card
FFG
looks like.
know that we have a very special
This one looks
relationship and
impossible.
unique relationship
We'll see if we get
with
one.
Game
Can I
Genic.
randomize it a
Now,
little? I
our
don't
two
think so.
companies bring together both our passion and expertise to
Whatever. That's the
maximize
whole point. The bingo
experience
card's
of our games
randomized.
through
All right, let
both
me save a
innovative products
copy.
and
Enter a
accessories.
template name.
So, in that collaborative spirit, I am honored to invite the CEO and head of Game Genic, Adrian
does
Alonso,
test
to
mean?
join me here on
Okay,
stage.
that's-
Let's hear it for Adrian.
Hello,
Uh,
how you doing? Good to see you again.
oh, they're making a bunch of randomized
Adrian
cards.
is no stranger
Oh,
to the
okay.
In-Flight Report. We are always excited
Yo,
to
what
have him
the?
join us
This
here.
is crazy.
Do you want
Okay.
to say anything about the
Um,
partnership between Game Genic and
Yeah,
FFG?
let's just do.
So what is
Guys,
the
pick a
basic
number
question
1
for
through
insurance? You know, usually
1
you
through
have a
60.
license,
Which card will be our bingo card?
or something, and here it's
And then when Marvel
completely
starts, that's when I'll
designed from
that's when I'll
things
do.
to maximize the experience. So to have products that from day one they're completely immersive. That's what makes this partnership so special.
It's always exciting to have Adrian on a Teams chat or a call because he will always inevitably show us something that he's working on. that we're very
33.
excited about.
Okay, 33.
Speaking of that, can you tell us anything about
All
what
right.
is coming along with Arkham?
That's the one we'll use.
Well, we are supporting
3341.
this incredible game. like
I'll do
never
both.
before.
Sure.
So you
Two-
can
two-
expect a lot of things and a lot even of
33
innovation
and
a lot of
41.
things that we
Let
were
me get up
asking
MS
for
Paint,
a long time. So I'm pretty excited.
and then we'll cross them off, and I'll put it on the
Show
screen.
a slide.
I think we should. Let's see. So this it will be the lineup of some new products. for
Ooh,
Arkham Horror Chapter 2.
that's
What can you
wait,
tell us?
Arkham Horror specific products.
Well,
That's pretty
Some
fun.
of you might know
Yo,
of
Marvel
the
Champions needs stuff, bro. I'm telling you, they're announcing so much for this. I'm so greedy.
to redesign them to make them more immersive in terms.
These are so cool looking. Are they not?
And therefore they come
That's
all in
just
black right now. And
so
with
cool.
Beautiful foiling. And for people who
37
don't know the
between the
products,
two.
like, yeah,
Oh, nah, I'll just do them
first of
both.
all,
That's
shame
fine.
on you.
I'll just fill 2 out.
And second, I highly recommend these products because without even opening the deck box, you can recognize which investigator is inside because we have a specific pocket for the mini investigator and this kind of stuff. And now, for the people that see one box on behind,
Okay.
we have even a
My
bigger
wallet would
product
cry if Marvel Champions
that
did this.
completes the lineup for this
No,
investigator.
I'm telling you, dude, they're announcing so many products. I'm so excited. I'm actually so
Exactly,
excited.
That's
that's
what
the
we
reaction
like.
I
It's
was
crazy.
going for. And it is not meant to just store your cards. It is really meant to use while you're playing and to take it with you on a
No,
game.
this looks so
Really
cool.
designed.
Oh my gosh, this looks so
Now,
cool.
I know you
I can't
like
be.
to show off product, and I just wish we might have one of those physical products here to show.
I wish as well, but the problem is I had a long trip and, or maybe.
Well, actually, Adrian, if you take a look behind you,
I
Duke
should have
has
put
snuck
new
back out here on
product.
stage
I should have put
and
new
might be bringing us
product
a
on
visit to
here. I might
autograph that
replace
interview.
random Guardian Hero with new
I will be the
product.
Vanna White so that Adrian
Wait,
can
they're
show
showing
us
him
this
off?
new Game Night
Okay.
box.
Let's
So,
see.
what can you tell us about this?
So first of all, the material is astonishing. This is a really.
Oh, that's huge. It looks way bigger than that image. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, that is gigantic.
Foiling on both sides, which makes this very
Oh
cool,
my
very
gosh.
likable.
What the heck?
And if you open it,
This looks awesome.
this is designed.
I'm so glad they didn't
all
drop
these,
it.
investigator deck tomes that I have here, one of them.
Those are so
Yeah,
cool,
yeah,
man.
the differentiation between the colors are now done by foiling, and they fit exactly 4 deck tomes because it's the.
That's what she said.
Then you have a specific
Matt?
side pocket here to put your token back.
Oh, it's a
And
token
then you
mag.
have here additional space for all your campaign cards for the game for the night.
That is
But
really
if you know,
cool.
If you know Gamegenic by now, we always have something more. So
That is
of course,
really
that's
cool,
not all.
man.
of course this one, and now comes the magic,
Wait,
has here an additional pocket and tray, and it comes included with our very popular token silo.
that is
That's included
crazy.
already in the box.
That is really cool.
Thank you.
That is really cool.
And besides that, if you take a look here, there's a space for all your campaign books. And
The rule books
it's the
too?
perfect
Oh my
box, very
gosh.
compact. It fits in many.
Yeah, this is
different,
like, it's like a game night.
backpacks.
You just bring it.
And
Yo,
you
I
have
got
all
decks.
the
I got decks. Let's play.
go in a go.
I got the campaigns. I got the
As I
rule book,
mentioned,
the
we are
campaign
supporting
rule
this
book, or the
as
PDS you
never
print out.
before.
It's really
This is just 2 of
cool.
the products that we will be bringing. There's a lot coming, a lot for Arkham Horror. So we are pretty proud.
That is
to support this
awesome.
game like that.
Amazing. Let's hear it for Adrian. He will be back, of
Thank you.
course, to talk about some other amazing Gamegenic products that are coming our way.
Oh, he's
But
gonna
we
be
have
back?
so much
Fingers
more to chat
crossed?
about.
Marvel?
Why don't we move on to Marvel
Let's go.
Champions?
Let's
We
go.
Marvel
Lock in,
Champions
lock in,
fans.
lock in, lock in,
I
lock
knew,
in.
I knew. I was warned.
Let's
we were so excited
go.
about what's
Let's
coming next.
go.
You saw what we just revealed for
Let's
Arkham.
go.
We are going to talk about a lot
I'm so
today.
excited. Come on.
So, this
Come
is one of
on,
our
make it
pillar
big.
game lines. It has a huge
Come
community
on,
out
make it
there,
big.
not only here in the U.S., but also internationally. I had the pleasure of interacting with many of
Is the
them
audio okay? Should I
still
turn them up a little
recently.
for you guys?
And to talk about all the exciting news
Did turn
coming
it
from
up a
Marvel
little.
Champions, please help me welcome Josh Bepler to the stage.
I don't know who this is. I've never seen him
Hey,
before.
Josh.
But he's going to give us
Come
some
on
good
in.
news. Fingers crossed.
You match our chairs. This is great.
It'll blend right in.
We didn't know. We didn't know. It's exciting. Hi. Welcome
Come
to the party.
on.
Thank you so much.
Some people might not be as familiar with Josh. Can you tell us a bit about what
No,
your job
Tony.
is at FFG?
I'm not going to look at the
and
chat.
company?
I'm not going to look at the chat.
Absolutely. So I've been with
Lock
Acme
in.
a little over 3 years. I was with Unexpected Games, studio founded and run by Corey Koneska, longtime Fantasy Flight Games legend, frankly. And just a few months ago, I joined Fantasy Flight Games as the marketing manager for Living Card Games.
He's getting lightsaber
And I
executed.
know one
No.
of your primary focuses as the new marketing manager, along with your team, is to provide more consistent updates about what's next for all of our
Okay.
living card games, not just Marvel Champions. So I'm really glad you're here, actually, to talk about some exciting new things. So why don't we jump right in? As previously announced, we have a new product coming out. We have the Synthezoid Smackdown
Okay, we knew about
Scenario
this. We knew
Pack.
about
What can you tell us
this.
about this, Josh?
Yeah, so the Civil War is raging on. We've got 2 new leaders joining the fight with Vision and
It's so
She-Hulk.
funny that Marvel
Both
makes them
sides
call them
respectively.
leaders because they're
And
not
we do have this on
villains.
display here
I
at
know,
the
I
show.
know it's
Check out
important
the
for like brand
you can get a
parody
look
and,
at some of the
making
card
sure that these
contents
heroes
there.
are,
Uh,
you know,
merch.
good in all
This
things
is
that they
coming
appear
early
in.
December, so just a
But I don't know. I feel like there'd
It's
be
really
more
exciting seeing
Freudian
what
slurs
happened
where they
because,
call
of
them
course, we've
villains.
introduced this brand new player versus player mode, and just to say aloud very specifically, just because we have a new play mode does not mean that you cannot play all of our Civil War products
Okay.
still with the typical co-op mode. So anyone concerned about that new mode, it's just optional, and it gives a really great way to kind of engage.
They're
in the game in a
leaders,
really
guys. They're not
unique way.
villains.
Next, I know there is one more announcement that we are talking about in
One?
December. Can you tell us what is
What?
on their way?
Absolutely. So
Talking
we're
about
excited.
in
We're
December?
going to roll out our next rules reference.
Oh,
and
shoot.
we're going to
Oh,
introduce
shoot.
The beta environments for Marvel Champions.
Wait, the
So those
what?
waiting for the first look at those, you'll be able
Beta-
to dive right into that in just a few
What does that
weeks,
mean?
about mid-December.
So that will wrap up
Beta
2025. but of
environment? What is he
course,
talking
in
about?
2026, we have announced already that we are kicking off the year with Wonder Man and Hercules.
Leaders,
hero
not
packs. I'm
followers, yeah.
obsessed with this art.
Dude,
Yes,
the art
yes,
on these packs are so
fans.
good.
Now,
Their new artists
new
are
year,
so good.
2026, new
Like,
products.
they're
Yes,
just
so it
they're
means
just so
that
good at
all
what
the
they
fans
do,
have asked
man.
for what's
These
coming
arts
next,
are
what's
just
coming next.
amazing.
Why don't we show them? Can we tell them who's coming into the game?
We can. I think
Daredevil's
it's
getting
finally
shown
time
off
to
for
bring one of the
sure.
most requested heroes
It's
into Marvel
Daredevil.
Champions.
It's
So let's
Daredevil.
go
That's
ahead
why I
and
put the
watch
radar
the clip.
sense. That's why I put the radar sense in the thumbnail. It's already showing. You can already see it. Yeah, I mean, come on, come on, come on. We knew it was coming. I put it in the thumbnail for a reason. Come on. We knew it was gonna be here. Fear No Evil
That's
expansion.
exactly what we knew.
Oh my
That is
gosh,
exactly right.
that is
Daredevil is
crazy.
joining Marvel Champions. What can you tell us?
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
we are
Oh, it
thrilled.
looks so
Daredevil,
good.
Alongside Echo as two new playable heroes.
Echo.
Join us here in the Fear No Evil
Echo.
expansion. That is
Awesome.
coming this, next summer, 2026. Of course, two new playable heroes. You're going to have 3 more villains to fight against. We have plenty more information coming soon on that. but we
Two
don't have
playable
long
heroes,
to wait.
3
Now,
villains.
when I hear
Wait,
Daredevil,
what?
a few other heroes might pop into one's brain. So who's going to be joining Daredevil next year?
So with Daredevil, as you may expect, we are going to dive right into the Defenders.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yep, let's hear it.
Oh my goodness,
We
that's
have
so
Jessica
cool.
Jones and Luke
That's
Cage
so
hero packs. They're gonna
cool.
be
I mean,
coming to us right after the Fear No Evil expansion.
Absolutely. The Defenders have always been some of my favorite heroes. Are they some of yours as well?
They are, I think they, of course, such
that
a
I heard
group
3
of
villains
heroes, but
too. I
very
was
different.
kind of
They also
intrigued
have
by
a
that.
Great rogues gallery and some really cool enemies that they battle against. And with that, we're going to be diving into our next scenario pack.
Both of these are Bruno, right? In the art. Oh,
So the
okay.
Defenders will do battle with
the hand.
shadowy crime syndicate of ninjas, the Hand.
For those not here in person, there was an oh that happened. That's the same noise we made when we saw this art for the first time. It's amazing. With
This
the
is
hands
so
there in the back.
cool.
So we have Daredevil, Echo, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, The Hand. It feels like maybe we're only missing a couple final pieces. What's going to end out next year?
So for
Oh,
Battle of the
shoot.
Hand,
We're doing
you may expect We're
everything.
gonna see 2 more hero packs with
Oh my
Elektra
g-
and Iron
this is
Fist
crazy.
joining Marvel Champions.
They just, oh my gosh, they
Alright.
just showed everything.
So,
They showed
to
everything.
recap.
They said there was
we
3
have
scenarios in the box.
Wonder Man and Hercules hero packs releasing in spring of 2026. The Fear No Evil campaign expansion in summer of
Fear
2026.
No Evil.
Jessica Jones.
They
and
actually
Luke
did it.
Cage
They
hero
put
packs
Daredevil
also
in the
releasing summer of
box.
2026. Then the Shadowlands scenario pack in the fall of 2026, and rounding at the year.
They
we have
really
the
are
Elektra
bringing back
and
scenario
Iron
packs. There's been
Fist
so many
hero packs
recently.
releasing
I'm
in
for
winter
it.
2026. So let it be known, Marvel Champions is going strong, and there is more coming to our fans in the future. Thank you so much, Josh. Let's give Josh a round of applause.
That's it. Yeah, okay. I
So
mean,
glad to
that's
have you
they
join
showed
the
every
team.
product coming out the rest of the year,
Now,
like basically.
we're only a third of the way through the in-flight presentation, so there is still much more. There's so much more to talk about. So why don't we move on
Okay.
to Fantasy Flight
Okay.
board games? All right. So our most recent release, of
Only
course,
one
was
cycle, that's what I
Twilight
was thinking,
Imperium
too.
Thunder's Edge. So for those not
Because weren't they
familiar,
talking about
let's
trying to
take
get
a
back to
look at
2 a
that
year?
video.
Okay, I'm gonna mute this a little bit. Ti, I mean, they show off a new game. I think that'd be cool. Oh, there's so many people not happy. It seems. So much for a tighter schedule. Oh, there's not a lot of happy people. That's why we don't look at the chat. But I guess they gave up on it. I appreciate they actually gave us a year-long roadmap. I appreciate that too. So this is where we got on the bingo. No mention of out of print. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. No Moon Knight. It was definitely less than 10 minutes. Not as big for Arkham. Current environment. No. Midnight Suns. No. Expanding PvP. No. New core. Oh wait. Don't think either. Oh wait, this one kind of got close. They didn't talk about out of print. We actually almost got one.
Twilight Imperium, Thunder's Edge
Playable
brings the
villains. No.
classic interstellar
Revisit. No.
conflict to a
Pool.
breaking
Fantastic
point
Four.
where
Okay.
everything
We almost got
about
close to
the newly
one.
discovered
We almost got
planet
close to one.
Thunder's Edge.
Yeah, let's talk about that. No offense, like obviously, I like FFG. I like that they do good things. Let's rewatch this again because he said something here about 3 villains, which is interesting to me. Why are we getting 2 less villains? That's a bit scary.
That's exactly what we knew would happen. That is exactly right.
Let's
Daredevil
listen to this
is
part
joining
again.
Marvel Champions. What can you tell us, Josh?
Yeah, we are thrilled. So Daredevil, alongside Echo, as 2 new playable heroes, will join us here in the Fear No Evil expansion. That is coming this next summer, 2026. Of course, 2 new playable heroes. You're going to have 3 more villains to fight against. We have plenty more information coming.
So, do you think he actually messed up? Is it actually 3 more villains, or are they being serious? It's 3 villains. I would see no. What reason would they have to drop the? I don't want to speculate on it too much, but what reason would they have to drop the villain count? It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Yeah, no Fantastic Four. It doesn't really make sense to me why 3 villains in 5 scenarios. So you mean something maybe like on the run, the villains are reused? I could see that. I really don't understand why there would only be 3 villains in the box. That would be a cause for concern if we're getting like a card drop. No Punisher's crazy. I hope Kingpin's in there. A couple scenarios. Repeat villains like Collector. Yeah, see, that's what people were saying. Yeah, maybe they're just gonna have like really big encounter decks for a lot of mod sets where it's like 3 separate villains. Yeah, like an Apocalypse or like something like that where you refight the villain. Maybe that's what he meant. I don't think it's any cause for concern right now. I guess the bigger cause to concern is more what's it called? I guess the bigger cause to concern for more people is probably the release schedule, and I'm of both minds on that. I was really excited that they wanted to try and they're trying to concentrate box. I really hope that's not true. That's why I don't want to sound the alarm. I'll wait for them to give an answer on it. Kingpin and Typhoid are 2 of them. I'm guessing looks at the art. Oh yeah, Kingpin is back here. Yeah. Yeah, it is right here. I guess I didn't even see that. He's in the top right. Yeah, I'm of 2 minds of this. I think that as a player, of course I love getting product. I love getting product, but honestly, I don't know. I don't want to like be FFG's defender here. As a player, sometimes I feel like I don't get enough time to actually touch and go. Like a lot of the products kind of feel touch and go for me. Like I feel like we had just gotten Trickster Takeover by the time Civil War came out, but also. No, not necessarily in that situation, but I don't know how to describe it. It makes, as the community, we focus on the heroes a bit longer, but I would say I'd probably prefer more releases rather than less in general. Yeah, that's really interesting that they said they were really trying to bring up the release cadence back, and they released 1 cycle. They're releasing 1 cycle next year, and I mean that was the whole roadmap, right? Like that was the whole thing. We're getting.
Iron.
How does that compare to this year? Let me actually bring up Hall of Heroes real quick. So we're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 heroes and like 7 villains. 8 heroes and 7 villains. And how does that compare to this year? I can't actually. I can't think right now. I'm just gonna have to go to the website and look. That's interesting. All right, we started with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because Magneto was the end of last year. Give the video some likes. Oh, true. Let's give it a like. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's the same amount, right? We got 8 heroes this year, and how many scenarios? 5, 10, 9, 10, 11. So yeah, we're getting definitely less. 11, 12. We got 8 heroes and 13 villains this year. And next year we're getting. I meant your stream. Give myself.
Hero packs releasing in winter 2020.
Oh, okay.
So let it be known.
So we're getting 5 less villains. 6 less villains? That's interesting. I don't know how many is going to be in Shadowland. It could be like Mojo Mania and we get 3 there. So then, yeah, it's still 5 less villains. Yeah, this is interesting. And what does spring, is this like, are they trying to announce a delay again? Am I crazy? Or is February in spring? I actually don't know the answer to that question. I think February is spring, or are they trying to show they got delayed again, which would be really unfortunate. What month does spring start? March? Are they trying to announce a delay on Wonder Man and Hercules already? Aren't they slated for February, or am I crazy? There's no way that's spring, right? It's I guess they didn't want to call it winter. Summer, spring, summer, fall, winter. I guess they probably just didn't want to call it winter. That's probably why they put spring here. I probably would have just put it early or something. Yeah, this is really interesting. So I think, I mean, Electra makes sense. The only thing that doesn't make sense, I guess, is that people would have expected Punisher. They could mean quarter 1, yeah. I think people probably really expected Punisher in this wave. And it doesn't seem like, one, we're getting a revisit or we're getting a core box, which is fine with me. I wasn't really anticipating either of those, to be honest. I know there was a lot of talk about it in the community, that I wasn't really expecting a core box or a revisit. I thought a core box would make a lot more sense next year. I don't know why. It was a feeling I had. I don't know if they're actually gonna do it next year. And a Punisher being missing is definitely really interesting. Obviously, they want to keep the boy girl in the box, and most people thought it would be like Jessica Jones and Luke Cage in the box or something of that effect, or it could have even been Daredevil and Elektra, and then you could have had Punisher as that slot next to Iron Fist. But I think this is an interesting way to take it. I really like the box art graphics, like the Daredevil font here. The team does really great work, in my opinion, and always the logos and the art as of recently looks really good. I don't think it's really any. I don't know. People are gonna have really strong opinions on this either way, and I think for a team and a set of characters that have been so how do I put this? So anticipated for such a long time. I like that. It seems like they're putting a good focus on it. We've got the hand, which is pretty important, at least for the Daredevil storyline in the Shadowland. Hopefully we get 2 or 3 villains out of that box. And then we also have probably to offset the reduced villain count. That would be interesting. I don't know how to feel. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I wonder if they'll have a surprise release like how Civil War was. Otherwise, tighter release schedule is a lot. Yeah. I really, so again, I don't want to sound any sort of danger bells or anything like that, but I really hope it's not actually 3 villains in the box without a really big reason. Now, if it's 3 villains in the box but the card count is the same, that's kind of the more important part to me, because it kind of means that we're getting either a lot of modular sets, or they're doing something really interesting with the heroes in terms of like their deck building or the amount of cards we're getting. I don't know why. I feel like, they practice this pitch and they have a script and a teleprompter and whatnot, and probably all those things. I don't know why they would specifically say 3 if they didn't mean it, unless we're trying to read into it that it was a mistake, which I can't speculate on. Yeah, I'm not like the biggest Defenders fan of all time, but I thought it was fairly obvious that it was coming next. I am excited for sure. I think there's a lot of cool stuff. When they started off with Synthezoid SmackDown, I didn't have a ton of not that I didn't have a ton of hope, but I was like, oh, okay. Like I'm really surprised we got the roadmap. I'll put it that much.
Requested heroes in tomorrow.
I had a sneaky feeling we weren't getting much next year. They were yeah, no, that's literally what I just said. Like, your comment just came up after I finished saying that. Yeah, when they started with Synthezoid SmackDown, I was like, oh no, I don't know. I had like this feeling that this is not a good look. Like this compared to how Arkham started with like their new core box and whatnot. February, Wonder Man and Herc. June for Fear No Evil. July for Jessica Jones and Luke Cage. September for Shadowlands, and November for Elektra plus Iron Fist. That's crazy. We're talking about this a year in advance when we're probably going to hit Elektra and Iron Fist. But around that time, they might not even be out yet with the delays and such. We might be seeing the next year. We might be seeing the Fantastic Four this time next year in the what's it called? In-Flight Report. This is really interesting. So, like, people were reading into a lot of the comments at Olivia on the Reddit that, like, 2026 is going to be a big year. 2027 is going to be even bigger. I don't want to discount the fact that they could surprise us and do a product, but the fact that everything's been getting delayed and kind of like the cadence in general for this game, I really think that this is it for the 2026. And I wonder how it'll affect the community at large, in my opinion, that we kind of just know everything, right? Do I think that's accurate? I could see like a May for Fear No Evil. Is that actually summertime though? February, March, April, May, so like two months. Do May. Guessing Luke Cage will be protection, Iron Fist will be aggression. Wonder aspect what Daredevil will be. He has to be justice, right? Isn't his whole thing like blind justice? He's a lawyer. I feel like justice is definitely the shoe-in for Daredevil, but I could be wrong on that. I think Justice makes the most sense. I think we might get some interesting stuff for Justice to do an alter ego. Maybe I doubt we'll get anything with the attorney trait, but maybe we could. That'd be cool for like She-Hulk or something. I think we might get some interesting alter ego Justice things. Maybe he's able to remove Thwart because like he's taking on the case or something. I guess Jessica Jones could also be Justice because I don't know a ton about that character, but I know she's kind of like an investigator as well. Maybe they give Daredevil leadership because I don't know, like he leads the Defenders. I don't even know if that's true. Like I said, I don't know a ton about this team, so to say. So yeah, I mean Luke Cage is obviously gonna be protection. I don't think there's any sort of leeway on that. Yeah, this is interesting. What I can talk about is I think the art is amazing, right? Like obviously I was saying the art has been so good for this game. I saw the radar sense here. You see his glasses. I thought this was a cute teaser, and I'm glad it wasn't just silhouettes and stuff like that. Justice, Daredevil, aggression, Echo, leadership, Luke Cage, Justice, Jessica Jones. Aggression, election, protection could be. Leadership, Luke Cage always just stands out to me because he seems obvious in protection. That a lot of the heroes they do with stuff like that. His art's really good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know who this artist is. I think it's just a normal like box artist. It's really awesome. I like the radar sense. I think both of these are Bruno, right? This is very Bruno Frenda. I'm pretty sure both of these are him. It looks good. This art is kind of reminds me of the Colossus art here when he's getting all the bullets that are bouncing off him. And this one, can she punch holes in walls? I don't know nothing about Jessica Jones. I wonder who the artist on this is. Is this Joey? It might be. I think this might be Joey here. They really are commissioning these same artists and good.
We're going to see 2 more hero packs with Elektra.
Yeah, I think this one Bruno. I can't tell. I don't know their styles one-to-one. I think the Iron Fist art is really cool. I really like the effect works on this one. I think this is Joey based off the effect work. This is really cool art. The Elektra's also very cool looking. I think it's kind of like a classic look for her for sure. Yeah, what's up, Hayden?
Jessica Jones.
I don't know how much more I really have to speculate on. I guess I could try and catch up with the live stream, see if they showed anything else kind of interesting off, but I don't really know I have much else to add. Yeah, they're just talking about SWU now, and I don't really have any. I don't have any sort of like tie-in to this game or anything.
The end of season 0.
Editions of stuff, just not through the Vault series.
Do
Most
they?
of the time,
The roots of FFG and kind of bring us back to that a bit. So
I wonder what they're talking about here.
maybe one. Let's give them like one.
if you follow that QR.
They announced something new for Zombicide. A Squid Game? What the heck is going
I
on?
have never said that in any.
Cthulhu will return. It's probably pretty cool.
We are taking the
Oh, 2 properties are coming back. That's pretty cool.
Right brain burn I needed.
to get
Oh, they're talking about the Star Wars deck building, and they announced a new expansion. That's pretty cool.
coming soon.
They're like making this a line. They're making this a. I don't know if I'd call it an LCG. They are making this a line. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I really don't know if I have much else to really add to the discussion other than I'm like with most of the game. I am tentatively excited. I am kind of bummed that we aren't. Jessica Jones is like a way weaker Captain Marvel without the lasers. Okay, thank you. I am kind of bummed. I mean, admittedly, that I was kind of expecting us to get back to a faster kind of release cadence, and it is definitely not what's in their plans for the future. I don't know if it's something that we're trying to even out the line or maybe catch up, get ahead of all the delays they think might be coming if they tried to do 2 waves in 2026, and they're trying to prepare for maybe a 2027 where it's actually the return of 2 waves in a year. I couldn't tell you. They said something's happening with a demo environment. That kind of intrigued me too. I don't know what that meant. It was right back here. It's in the SmackDown. Let's listen to that again.
Chairs were denim just for you. John is our denim-clad designer in the office more often than not. Welcome. Hello.
That what the I did not. I went back here and it went to live. I think I clicked live on accident.
Cards and some of the contents there, and we're excited to confirm this is coming in early December, so just a few weeks away.
It's
Early
really
December,
exciting to see
cool.
Civil War happened because, of course, we've introduced this brand new player versus player mode, and just to say,
I wonder how much
very
the
specifically,
RRG
just because we have a
1.7 is
play
going to
mode
change.
does
I'm
not
pretty
mean
excited
we
for
cannot
that.
Play all of our Civil War products still with the typical co-op mode. So anyone concerned about that new mode, it's just optional, and it gives a really great way to kind of engage with the game in a new and unique way.
Did they show off any
I
of the
know
characters
there
or
is
card
one
effects?
more
No, it was just
announcement
box
that we
arts.
are talking
Just
about in
box arts.
December. Can you tell us what is coming their way?
And the
Absolutely.
product
So We're
timeline.
excited in December. We're going to roll out our next rules reference, and there within we're going to introduce the beta environments for Marvel Champions, and
So, okay, we're announcing something called a beta environment. I have no idea what that means, but we are getting a new rule book in December, so that's going to be pretty interesting. I have no idea what a beta environment means. Does it mean they want people to like test cards, test interactions? Does it mean it's a proto current environment? Like, I have no idea what that means.
waiting for the first look at those. You'll be able to dive right into that in just a few weeks, about mid-December.
So that will wrap up 2025.
Mid-December.
Environments for Marvel Champions.
I have no idea what that means. It's kind of interesting. I think a lot of people are going to be burned out by this presentation because, one, it's not even one of the designers. Like, none of the designers are here talking about the game. We kind of have this marketing. Oh, by the way, I keep track of as new product listing. I believe Synthezoid was pushed 1 week. Yeah, no, it was supposed to be the 5th of December. So it got delayed another week again. Yeah, so like I said, I had 2 minds about this, where I am very excited with like kind of the characters coming and the general trend of the design and the heroes and whatnot in this game. But the lack of product releases, I don't think it's super concerning in terms of health of the game. I just think that I don't know, it just kind of. I started Marvel Champions on 2024. I don't have a lot of content from Wave 1. I wanted to hear some news about that. Yeah, I think that this is really good for talking about the future of the game. They're still kind of beating around the bush on the future of the game, right? Like, we're not talking about current environment. We're not talking about revisits. We're not talking about, like, out-of-print stuff. So as a fan of the game and the content they've been releasing previously, I kind of like this. I like the heroes they showed. But the the roadmap is really cool because that's like, we can kind of guess when articles are coming out, and it's kind of information we didn't have in the past, which is good, and it's an improvement on the past. They keep saying the game is going strong, trust us, but everything they do makes it hard to trust them. Yeah, and I don't blame people for thinking like that. Like, I wanted to get out of the chat because it looked overwhelmingly negative, which I don't think people are necessarily wrong for thinking. for like thinking negatively in terms of things that have been going on of recently. There's been a ton of delays this year. They wanted it to go back to 2 waves a year, and now we're back to literally just one. They're not even trying to act like, okay, we're gonna try and play catch up and introduce like a big box in like December or something, or November, and then maybe we move the rest of the things up a little bit. What do you think about the reduction of villains from 5 to 3? Yeah, I'm not trying to play copium on it. I don't think it's a cause for concern. My take on it is I don't think it's a cause for concern unless card count in the box drops. So FFG constantly talks about, and even the designers, that they're very limited by like the 270 odd cards they have in a box. Everything they need, from the heroes to the campaign cards to the scenarios, need to fit within that limit. Now, if we're hitting something like 240 cards in a box, I think that's a cause for concern. That we're not even designing the normal amount of villains. I think that's very scary. What I hope he meant is it's going to be like a collector situation, or a yeah, if I'm reading into it and putting a little bit of my own hopeful spin on it, I hope it's something like a collector situation, or a apocalypse situation where it's 3 villains but they're different scenarios. Wonder if the Fear No Evil article will happen after Wonder Man and Hercules released. We've only had one time before where we were in a period where we had no information about the future. I think they probably will happen after Wonder Man and Hercules. The main, I don't know. I can't really make a prediction on this. I wouldn't say it's likely, but I think it's possible. Mostly because now that we have a roadmap, they might take that for us having information, right? Like, they don't need to stress about when these articles come out or anything like that, because we know what's coming next. Like, we have the roadmap for the entire year. We know we're getting 8 heroes, an expansion box, and a scenario pack. And one thing I did want to know is I do like scenario packs. I think there's a lot of people who are really only in the game for the heroes, which I think is fine. People like different games for different reasons. And I think it's a fine way to think about and play with and interact with the game. That being said, yeah, I don't know. The amount of products definitely bums me out a little bit. I don't even want to, like... I mean, I'm sure Arkham had less, right? But, like, theirs is going up. Right, and they got like this cool little, like, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, they have like 7 products, but they got like this cool game-genic line that looked really awesome, and there was nothing like that. There was nothing like extra for Marvel Champions that was a really cool transport solution. I already have my game-genic castle, and it works really well for what I wanted to do, but I'm a consumer. I probably would have picked up a Marvel branded one too if they had something like that. I don't know. Compared to last year's, I would say that this is definitely better than what we got. But that being said, it really doesn't quell a lot of the, I would say, concerns that have been bubbling in the community. And I do think it's a tad tone deaf to have somebody not really related to the line talking about the line. I think that's kind of where I stand on this. I'm not going to give like a presentation or rating, but I think it was all right. I think like a 5 out of 10. I think there's a lot of concerning things. We're not talking about the current environment. We're not, if Kingpin is the final villain, considering it's Kingpin, I wonder if they'll have a scenario where you pull a villain from another release, play against a modified version of that as hired muscle. Like I said, the main thing that comes with me is the value proposition. I don't want the game to feel like it's trying to skimp content. I feel like there's a lot of heavy kind of discussions and ideas like that floating around the community, where we're getting a lot more card reprints because of the current environment, so that's like less development work. And now if we're getting something that only has 3 scenarios, I'm going to use the word scenarios and not villain. If we're getting an expansion box that only has 3 scenarios, that's another thing. We're just like shaving stuff down. We're shaving down the development time. We are cutting corners, like there's no other way to put it, right? We're cutting corners to save money on a line that obviously makes us money, but it doesn't make us as much money as SWU. And I don't want to like sound any sort of disaster bells. I don't think this is a sign of anything that the game is slowing down or the game is failing or anything like that. I have no reason to believe any communication that Olivia has told us has been, misleading purposefully in any way. I just think that this is probably an awkward year for them. That's what it looks like from this release timeline. And And I really hope they do go back on kind of like not that promise, but kind of like that statement they made. They wanted to speed up releases. I don't know what's going on with distribution. I don't know what's going on with Asmodee. Even the fact that their community manager has earnestly said that she doesn't know what's going on with it either, and she has to get these answers is definitely a bit of a cause for concern. And I think that they have this very conservative 5 scenarios to 4 Civil War and 3 with this new one. Yeah, the thing about Civil War is that it's only 4 because they needed all the PvP cards in the pack, right? So like that's the thing. Like you look at the box, it's the same number of cards. It's 273. Like I said, like if we're getting an expansion box that is the same price, the new MSRP of $47.99, and it's like 240, 230 cards, I think that's a big cause for concern in terms of them like shaving the line. I don't think that this should be something they should be doing, especially if you consider they're making a scenario pack that's going to have 2 to 3 scenarios. If we get a box that has like 220, 230 cards, then we get a scenario pack with 70 cards that are related to the box, that's probably unacceptable, right? But I don't want to speculate like that. I don't want to speculate negatively because nothing has 2 heroes and 2 villains. Big box is 2 heroes and 2 villains. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to like doom post or fearmonger because really we don't have the article. We don't know what their plan is for the box. And once we get like that kind of product page up, I'm sure all of the, maybe they're quelled or maybe they're confirmed that yeah, we are dropping card number significantly, which would be not good at all. I think you have very large a very large outcry for that. I think the fact that they mentioned 3 villains is already kind of scary to a lot of people who are watching the presentation. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not going to like rate like presentations. It's better than last year's, but it really doesn't answer the kind of bubbling concerns of the community in a lot of ways. I know Olivia said that they will have answers in the future, and that it's kind of like they said like, again, I don't want to like say that she was lying or anything because I don't think that's true. Comparing this to last year's, it's like a night and day, the amount of information and even clarity we had on the line, in my opinion. But that being said, it still doesn't concern a lot of the concerns of the community, and I hope we'll have more communication going into 2026 that is stronger on that front. I want them to talk about current environment. I want them to talk about revisits. I want them to address a lot of the concerns that are going on throughout the community because I love this game, and the stuff they've been putting out is really great and awesome and everything like that. But there are questions and concerns that should be addressed and handled and answered, and I think it'd be only the better for the line at large. I think that's kind of where I fall on this. I'm really looking forward to Wonder Man. I'm looking forward to Hercules. I'm looking forward to Synthezoid SmackDown. I think that there's a lot of great content that's going to be coming out for the game. It's just going to be a bit slower than we're used to. I still think it's crazy. It's like the monkey paws. Like we want to speed up releases, then we get a whole year of a ton of delays in releases, and then a kind of light year, all things considered, next year. I still think Midnight Suns will preempt Core 2.0 for reasons I mentioned, but I wonder if the Defenders Wave will be followed by a Spider Wave 2.0. I think it's kind of possible. I think if you you look into it a little bit, we can get some street level stuff like Absolute Carnage. We can get like a Venom Eddie Brock. We could get probably more grounded, maybe a Doc Ock villain or scenario pack or something like that. I think we could get a more grounded Spider experience, non-multiverse. The problem is, how do you fill out that wave? Do you go like the Heroes for Hire route that they're helping him out? Do you go like a Shang-Chi, a Cloak and Dagger? Do you go, Venom? I think Eddie Brock, if we ever revisit the Spiders, will probably be the number one pack that we go to. Do we go like Heroes for Hire? Do we go the Punisher in here? I mean, the Punisher in Spider-Man in the Civil War storyline, he saves him, so maybe that's where they're saving the Punisher for. Like, I think there's a lot of things you can speculate past this, but I think there's so much to speculate on for what is announced that I wonder. And it's going to be interesting because, like, who knows with the ways that delays and the products and everything is going, if we'll even have Elektra and Iron Fist by their report this time next year. Like, who knows? I don't know. I don't know if we'll have them out by then. It feels like almost every product this year has been delayed. So I think the most reasonable explanation for this light wave and the announcement of 1.7 RG is that they're gearing up for adjusting for whatever this beta environment is supposed to be. Oh, Shang-Chi, I just realized he's not here. I wonder when he'll show up. Maybe they're adding just 2027 releases to match the future verbiage changes. See, I think that's a good kind of prediction. Wow, they're still talking about
So I think
SWU.
we need to let Adrian
Oh, the
head
Darth
back.
Vader Matt. That's pretty fun.
Uh,
I think
Of course, I got Adrian to talk about products. Nothing for Marvel Champions, new mechanics and stuff. They announced Twin Suns as an official format. I know that's a really popular side format in SWU. That's kind of cool. And Darth Maul has a brother that's yellow. I don't know anything about Star Wars. Yeah, I think not psionics. I think that's a pretty good way to think about this. Yeah, they called it the beta environment and not current environment, which I thought was kind of interesting. If they changing the name of it, I don't think so. I think what it is gonna be I mean, they could be changing the name of it, but I think you're right. I think they are really going to try and clean up the wording and the verbiage on some cards. I'm really surprised they've never done a text errata on cards, not to like buff or nerf them, but to make it clear how cards work. A lot of this game in set wave 1 and 2 was really getting on its feet and getting a game that was fun to play rather than one that was consistently, rather than one that was consistent with the rules as written. They wanted a fun game and a game that succeeded first before making it very tight mechanically. And I don't think that's had a ton of negative effects, but it definitely does bother some people. If this 1.7 is really significant, that could make sense why they're dropping less content. Maybe it leads up into something that's interesting. Who knows? Who knows? If it is really significant and it's really the outline for current environment, the fact that also Olivia said 2027 is looking really big, I think that would be the year to expect our first revisits. That would be the year to expect maybe a new core box with all the new wording that we've gotten in the 1.7 rulebook, and factors such as that. So I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how much I can talk in circles about just like image teasers and what I think the future of the game is. I'm excited. I don't really have a ton of connection to any of the defenders outside of like specifically Daredevil and I guess the Punisher, who doesn't look like he's in this wave. I'm not saying that they can't surprise us, but the fact that they wanted to blatantly show a product roadmap, I think it's the point to temper expectations for the whole year. Like, oh, what if they start the second wave this year? No, they showed us what they plan on getting out in the year, so that when these inevitable delays happen, speculation on Daredevil's mechanics. Oh my gosh. A lot of mine are gonna be built off of kind of I printed out the proxy deck of kind of the most famous fan made one here. So a lot of my predictions have probably come from this. I mean, there's a lot of cards in this deck that I don't think make a lot of sense, but it's also an old homebrew design. I think it's gonna have something with thwarting and alter ego. Whether it's alter ego ability, whether it's the aspect cards he comes with, whether it's a hero card, I think that they're gonna really lean into this maybe this double agent persona. I kind of like She-Hulk-ish, where he wants to flip. He gets stuff off of flipping. That's pretty good. I'm not saying like he's gonna get like 2 damage or he's gonna get threat reduction, but I think maybe something like a Gambit where he thwarts an alter ego. He might literally have a thwart stat on. Okay, I don't think they'd go that far because that would mess up the rules and wording a ton. But like maybe he has like a 3 thwart stat when he's like in his alter ego form. I think that could be really interesting. Not 3, that probably breaks solo. Yeah, I don't oh no, I guess they're hero responses. No, they're not. They're just responses on the player side schemes. I think he's gonna have some sort of interesting hook to alter ego to thwart. You see a lot of this kind of early ideas from She-Hulk's kind of, her law office and whatnot. Her cards that are kind of bad, that discard cards to thwart and alter ego. Obviously, his will be modernized. Are you stoked for attorney support for She-Hulk? If they do it, I would be happy with it. Like, I'm not gonna complain anything that buffs She-Hulk. Like, how I feel. Like, anything that is a buff to She-Hulk is a buff to me, is what I like to say. Yeah, I think he'll have the attorney keyword for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I think he'll have some interesting alter ego hooks. I wonder how they will do his radar sense, because it feels like Falcon has a lot of that encounter deck kind of knowledge and preparation that a radar sense type of ability would give Matt. So maybe his radar sense does something where maybe he doesn't always see the top card, but he has multiple ways to rearrange the top of the encounter deck, or ways to put cards from the encounter deck discard pile back on the top. Maybe in a roundabout way of playing as Falcon and whatnot. I guess there's really no other way to say that. Yeah, I don't know. Like Spider Sense is displayed. It's not the same thing. It's kind of similar, but Spider Sense is displayed as, Peter drawing a card. I wonder if it'll be some sort of card draw related thing as well. But he has to do something different because he can't just print Spider Sense again. I mean, I guess you could, but I don't think they would. I think his Billy clubs are gonna give him +1 attack and maybe +2 attack. Maybe he has one Billy Club 1, Billy Club 2, like Drax's knife, Drax's other knife. Not the same thing. Having a hero equivalent of Quick Strike. Ooh, that's pretty good because he can kind of like read people's movements. So like when maybe he has like a counter, or like when a Quick Strike is activated against you, you hit them first with your basic attack or something. I think he's gonna have some basic attack buffs for sure. He might have like an attack card that's like when you exhaust. I'm not saying he's gonna have like a Hulk smash. Maybe he has like a probably has a minion swing his Billy Club around. Maybe he has an AoE hit like Spray Fire. I don't know. I really don't know. I like the design. I like how he looks in the art. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just really interested to see what they do, the direction they go with this, and how they react to the community's reaction. Because if I had to take a little temper based on what I saw in the chat, I don't think there's gonna be a lot of people pleased that Daredevil's finally in the game. But I think there's going to be a lot of people that are very concerned about issues that are bubbling up. And I don't know if I'm one of those specifically, but I do think it's worth addressing, and I hope we do address it, like I've said, in the future. I think the in-flight report is completely done now. Again, I don't really think there's anything I really want to see here. Yeah, it was an hour and 20 minutes, and we can see how long was Marvel. Oh, well, that counts. So Arkham was 25. I mean, it's just a night and day. Look at what Arkham got. Arkham got 15 minutes. We got what, 5? Oh, more than that. 6, 7 minutes. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. It's interesting. I really don't like that they didn't have like any designer. In a prior live stream, they mentioned that during playtesting, they sometimes shelve a mechanic because it doesn't feel like it fits. So I've always held off on guessing about Daredevil until we got it to see what mechanics like Falcons already got utilized. Yeah, exactly right. Well, they're showing like Twin Sons expansion. That's pretty fun. Oh, this is Hayden's popping off about this. Yo, hop in. Hop in, Hayden. Let's play some Star Wars Unlimited Commander.
All 4 of the Twin Sons pre-constructed decks will.
Oh, they're pre-con decks. Yeah, they're making Commander. They're making it Magic, but like Star Wars, which I think is a really good direction for this game. I'm just briefly comment on it.
Let's see.
The Twin Sons, I've heard that people aren't super excited about Standard in Star Wars Unlimited, but I know that Twin Sons, their Commander format, has a ton of kind of energy and livelihood behind it, which I think is pretty cool. So that's pretty cool for that line, that they're really leaning into like the Commander pre-cons and kind of like that form of play. My favorite characters. Yeah, if he saved it for the last, bro, he knew people were gonna be popping off for that. Yeah, just, oh man, it does. I'm just gonna be honest, like it kind of stings when you compare it to like kind of like the other stuff, right? Like you look at this, like, okay, obviously Star Wars is gonna be the biggest thing, right? It's like 20 minutes. Like obviously it's gonna be the biggest thing, and they're gonna announce a trillion things because it makes them the most money. That's fine. I don't know, just seeing the Marvel Champions, it's like seeing the Arkham. I don't know. I feel like if it was Marvel Champions was that low, even though it was a lot better than last year, right? You have to put that in perspective. I feel like they just should have started with it, right? It was like 6 minutes, just get it out of the way. And then you get the like a really big Arkham reveals, but I assume they did it in kind of the relevance order of their LCGs. That Marvel is probably a lot more successful than Arkham is, which is probably why they're putting a lot of effort into revitalizing that kind of line. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for the next year. I'm bummed that we're getting less releases. I'm bummed that they keep doing these kind of stealth drop delays because they put spring on Wonder Man and Hercules, and I hope that still means February. The Las Vegas sign, yeah, I don't know what the heck that was about. I did see that too. It was right before Star Wars, right? Somewhere right here. I don't know what they're talking about here. Oh, they were talking about their Star Wars. I think they were talking about their Star Wars Worlds. Yeah, their Worlds event or whatever. Their organized play event. Yeah. I don't know. I would say that I'm optimistic. That's where I live, so I was wondering what that is. Oh, okay. Nice. Now I heard it's good. The cost of living there is getting pretty tough. I hope hope you're surviving out there. I don't know. I'll be seeing a lot of I don't know, discourse about that. Yeah, I'm excited. Oh shoot, I don't play SWU. Doesn't mean anything to me. Yeah. I'm optimistic. I think that I'm optimistic on the designs. I'm optimistic on the characters they picked. Minus Punisher seems a bit weird to not be included, but maybe he's down the line. I like that they're revisiting scenario packs. I'm really excited for the Star Wars card builder expansion. Oh yeah, the deck building game. Yeah, I wonder what it's gonna look like. I might see if I tap in on that. That they announce another expansion, unless they mean like a little faction box or an expansion of the game. Then the game gets crazy. Yeah, I'm cautiously excited for the heroes. I think they'll probably be cool, like every single design has been for the past couple times. Not sure if anyone else said it, but a Reddit comment from an FFG employee did confirm that the Daredevil expansion box will be full size. The speaker misspoke. Okay, yeah. That's kind of what I was saying when he said it too. That from my perspective, I didn't want to like be high on copium and people to make fun of me, but I was like, I don't think they had any reason to drop the count. And what I think he was thinking about was probably the Arkham Horror new box, right? Because the cores they only ever have like 3 expansions in all their games. I'm pretty sure. I think that one only has 3. It's probably why he thought that. Again, which is kind of a negative that they didn't even have a single person on the line talking about the game, which is really concerning in my opinion. Not really like concerning that it's bad for the game, but yeah, let's look at the Reddit. Let's just do it all. Let's go to the Reddit. I'm not ready. I've still got thoughts on this. I've been trying to like not like end the stream or anything, but Marvel Champions LCD. Let's just see what the Reddit's talking about. Let's just do some initial reactions here. This will be a long reaction video. People will have a lot to talk about. All right. All right. What can we look at? Release timeline. Let's see what people are talking about here. This is probably going to be the word. Per an FFG employee, I can vouch that he is. The presenter misspoke, and fear no evil will be a full expansion box. The comment is here. The FFG employee here, that was a small mistake during the presentation. Fear no evil is the same size as previous expansion boxes. Okay. That's all we needed to see. That's good. I feel like we were told there would be a lot more announcements and a lot more answers coming at this In-Flight Report about the future that we didn't get. Hopefully there's a big article coming. Really excited for Daredevil and the Defenders. I kind of agree with this comment, generally speaking. I think that I don't think I had any preconceived notions that we're going to get a ton of announcements or anything. But I do think we need those announcements and things covered. They did say we wouldn't have very long for a lot more info. Kind of sounds like they want to give us more frequent updates, so they held a little back. Hoping there's an article this weekend to summarize the in-flight and go more into detail about formats. 3 villains in the box. Small mistake. Said villains on scenario could be like more like Siege. Entire sentence was confusing. Maybe you're still thinking of Arkham. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Olivia said it in the Discord was a mistake. There's 5 scenarios. Shadowland, but no Moon Knight. I should be happy to Daredevil and the folks, but damn, I want Moon Knight bad. Jokes aside, this will be a massive 2026. Okay, this guy's pretty positive about it. I like the positive, thinking. Let's upvote you know, let's upvote the guy talking about that it's 5. It's really good. Like, it's going to be good. I was hoping they would mention anything about Legacy versus current. I also don't know what they're referring to by beta environment. I don't know what that means. Beta environment is a trial run for the current environment. That's a good line of thinking. The rules update. Caps off all content from Civil War, Wave, and prior. It was hard to understand it, but I think I meant a beta version in the environment rules. Is it wrong that I expected literally double the amount of content in a year? What happened to the increasing the amount we got each year to return to pre-SWU? No news about the entire card pool being currently out of print. What they didn't say here concerns me, and I think that's a fair place to be. Okay, I was expecting core 2, 5 evergreen heroes, and that's for our defenders. Okay, this is... I'm sorry, Emperor's Canaries, I don't mean to roast you. This is an insane thing. From last year's in-flight to being just a teaser to expecting this amount of reveals. That's crazy. Some more content that we've been getting. The expansion is 3 villains instead of 5. Comment, it was an error. Most of all FFG employees have said so. Echo and Iron Fist have the potential to be mechanically fun. Electro and Luke Cage are not that interesting, but I'm willing to be surprised. The content announced is amazing. Build about Daredevil, although I did expect Punisher to be the 6th hero. Excited for Shadowland and Fear No Evil. I spy Kingpin. Yeah, Kingpin is in the frame. Tad bit underwhelmed and a Val. See, I feel like this is going to be a lot of people's opinions on this direct. I wouldn't be, but FFG did say with 3 lead designers and 2 more resources that we'd have a more loaded release schedule. This just says 1 wave plus the stragglers from Civil War, which is less than 2025. I'm going to find this bothersome if the developers had made a point about more Yeah, this is kind of what I feel like. Irving wonders if, unlike Arkham, character reworks and reschedules are going to be done ad hoc rather than part of a main release schedule. I think that's probably some wishful thinking that the reason why it's so sparse is because we're actually getting our first revisits this year. I don't think that's happening, but, you know, they could surprise them. Fear No Evil, Typhoon Mary. I'm only for Bullseye and Kingpin as the other villains. Pretty sure Kingpin was on the box. I was talking about reprinting products is not going to make the community happy. Can we get an update from the marketing team? They did mention about FFG fault for older stuff. I have a feeling reprinting will be addressed through this. That's just on the board game side. I think crowdfunding some older sets makes sense, but I wouldn't hold out hope. No, Super, something I'm thinking it was an accident. Oh, wait, let's see what the lower... Oh, shoot. What were the lowest upvoted comments? These are probably not good. Hero selection looks lame. There's no other group of heroes more requested than Daredevil and Defenders. That's kind of true. Not interested in Defender universe, not at all. A lot of people are. Yeah, I can see it. It's unlikely as it is. You know, who knows? Thoughts and reactions. Okay, there's people big concerns. Okay, these are more comments here. No new core set, surprising. Happy to see that please the crowd of Defenders. I personally don't really know them, but a lot of people wanted that. December gives us a no rules reference. They spoke about the beta environment, which is the first step to current versus legacy. I hope with that moving cards, open new design perspectives and less reprints. Timeline and RRG are fire announcements. Beta environment is just a WTF. FFG employee says, yeah, okay, still about Daredevil, not so the campaign. At last, I exhale in calm. Expecting more, disappointing, frustrating that I've been delayed for at least a year. Yeah, the delays and the lower product release is definitely been exerting. 2 boxes and 2 4-hero waves. Very disappointing to see just one effective cycle. More importantly, we got 0 news about virtually the entire card pool being out of print. So FFG is checking off the last 2 boxes of Darrow F4. I'm really concerned about the game ending after 2027. Am I crazy here? Her post overly hyped this report, and there's nothing more than an announcement of the next expansion. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure hyped for playing as Iron Fist and Kingpin. There was no information about reprints, no information that addressed anything the community has interested with. And I'm the only one that got really disappointed that we don't have a game-jetting Marvel Champions box. Yeah, I also was too. So Darrow finally coming out. Who will be the new most pinned over missing hero? What's it called? it's gotta be the Fantastic Four, right? Moon Knight. If you're looking for like a solo hero, probably Moon Knight, right? I think it's probably one. The Fantastic Four as a group, I can't really say that like, oh, Mr. Fantastic, because I feel like Moon Knight is probably more wanted than Mr. Fantastic solo, right? I think it's probably Moon Knight. I can't really think unless you guys have other guesses on that, but mm. Moon Knight is also what he's like an enemy. He's two minions and an ally now. Kind of like got some Daredevil stuff going on. Yeah, I think that's about it. I don't really think I have a ton more to add. I guess the last thing I could do is kind of like check what's it called? I could kind of like check if Olivia said anything on Eddie Brock Venom. That's a good shout. Good shout. Yeah, that's a good one. Let me see if Olivia said anything on the Discord, anything really worth reacting to. Obviously, she's not really allowed to say a lot, especially that if she doesn't have permission. I can't search when people are talking. Okay. I think it's because I'm on freaking. I think it's because I'm on streamer mode. I think that'll be it for me. Like I said, I'm excited for the characters they release. I'm excited for them mechanically. I'm excited for the villain. I'm excited for everything. The release cadence is not to my liking. I wish it was sped up like they promised. Considering there's still been a ton of delays that have been happening with the game that I don't think will actually stop unless they really give these gigantic lead times. I hope they get that in order. I'm excited for the future of the game. And I hope they give us more information in the future. Thanks all for watching. Thanks everyone for chilling out with me on the stream here today. It was kind of impromptu, feeling a bit under the weather, but it was a fun time nonetheless. That's going to be it for me. I'm probably going to edit this and upload it into a video right after. So, yeah, that's going to be it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I don't really have an outro for the video, but, you know, like the stream, subscribe, all that stuff. Join the Discord if you want to chat some more about this and speculate. That's going to be it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Have a good one. Goodbye.